So I have another question for you. Is it difficult from a branding standpoint that it seems like Happy is a set it and forget it solution? So once you get in and get your integration set up, do your customers essentially lose sight of the fact that they're even working with Happy? Does it just run in the background?
That's a great question. So I probably didn't emphasize this enough. So in addition to the middleware solutioning that we provide to the hotel space and the connectivity to Salesforce, we're also an SI. So we provide full implementation, training, ongoing account management, customer success for the hotel companies that we provide solutions for.
Okay.
We are constantly working with the hotel companies to optimize their use of Salesforce. So in addition to the integration, we also have apps on the App Exchange that enhance the functionality out of the box for Salesforce specific to hotels and resorts. And we're an SI and we do the full deployment, Sales Cloud, Marketing Cloud, everything under Marketing Cloud, loyalty, etc.
Wow. Okay. So that opens up an entire new sort of category that I'm really interested in. So not only on the product side, do you provide this integration service, which I imagine is a SaaS model subscription service, but you also have a
Correct.
consulting service that continues to help them figure out how to make the most of their softwares. Is that how it works?
Absolutely. Yeah. And we have
That
some of the best minds in the business. Yeah. Doing it. Yeah.
that is awesome. And that is very similar to how we view at Banjaxed handling industry niches. Like, I think it is sometimes naive for SaaS companies to think that they can create a product that can really deliver deep enterprise value with a simple monthly subscription, when really these industry domains require a lot of consulting to go in and figure out all the details of how it's going to work together.
I would tell you that I've been with Happy about 3 years. Before Happy, I was with one of the larger hotel specific CRM providers for 15 years. And I used to compete with Salesforce and never would lose because Salesforce really at the time wasn't situated and prepared enough for this unique industry, the hotel industry. And I think Salesforce has absolutely done a fantastic job in reconfiguring the organization, creating a more dedicated, focused team on hotels. TTH is the new division at Salesforce. It's relatively new, about 2 years now. So that's travel, transportation, and hospitality. And I work day to day with the TTH team in the US, in Europe, and Asia, selling enterprise CRM solutions into the hotel space. And it's been a great partnership. They're excellent to work with, a lot of smart people there. And again, it took Salesforce quite a bit of time to start really being recognized as the go-to solution in the space. And I think that started to happen last year. And that's why we're so busy this year. And we're continuing to build momentum there. Salesforce started focused on the major change. Marriott, Hilton, IHG made significant investments in Salesforce years ago. And that's typically what happens is the major change. They manage everything internally. They have those larger and they make those larger investments because that's the value they have to bring to the hotel owners to gain their acceptance as a franchisee, meaning like, so owners put the IHG brand or the Marriott brand on their hotel, they have to bring that kind of value, the tech stack, the loyalty program, and lots of members, and the tech distribution. The hotel chains typically are the ones that drive at least new innovation a lot of times, and then the rest of the industry kind of follows. I think kudos to Salesforce to recognizing that they had to provide more focus in this industry, but it's been great timing for us as for Happy because the timing just worked out perfectly for us, and we were starting to focus solely on bringing Salesforce in hotels. And that's when Salesforce made that change to focus more on hotels. And it's been a great combination.
Awesome. Yeah, we've seen the power of Salesforce in different industries, and there is definitely I don't know if we should call it a learning curve, but there's a certain amount of energy and effort required to get over the hump of implementation that's pretty significant. But once you get
Mm-hmm.
over that hump and you start getting people in that industry effectively using it and then demonstrating some best practices, then it becomes pretty obvious that it can be a massive game changer. for different industries?
Yeah, I think what the industry is starting to realize is the hotel industry specifically, the hotel specific CRM players that have existed for the last 15 or so years. They've outgrown those systems. They're quite limited. And again, when I used to work with my previous company, we knew exactly what the solution did. It was boxed in, and this is what it did. And we would present what it did to a hotel company. Whether it was exactly what the hotel company needed or not, this is what it was, and that was it. With Salesforce, there's a major difference here, right? Salesforce is a platform play. It's very wide. So when we come in, we basically say the platform of Salesforce can do anything you want it to do across all channels, not just email. So a lot of the hotel specific systems are email only. That's it.
Right.
Salesforce is omni-channel. And so it's really working with a hotel company to really understand where most of the need and requirements are to configure the solution to get those things addressed and improved before we start hitting a whole bunch of other areas that Salesforce is really good at. So it's a completely different engagement when we come into a hotel company. So there's a lot of consulting, as you mentioned. We have a lot of depth in terms of integration and data flow and just data architecture and Salesforce and all the modules and clouds. And when we try to help hotels understand where they should start and potentially show them where they could end up, like what that journey might look like over a 2 or 3 year period. So they're not thinking that they have to do everything all at once, which is overwhelming. And we show them a kind of a path to get to success. And Hapi has apps on the App Exchange, as I mentioned, that help the delivery of the solution. It helps us all get there faster because there's a lot of automated, pre-configured solutioning that is included in our apps to create guest profile management specific to hotels, to create journeys that are specific to hotels, new, change, cancel reservations, pre-arrival, departure, promotional. And once we get all of that in place, what we refer to as the base, layering on more and more complexity over time to drive improved results, that's how we help hotel companies continue to grow and scale.
Right.
That's been a really good approach for us and Salesforce in the industry for the most part.
That sounds great. Love to hear it, Bob. It's been awesome talking to you. Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate you being here.